So executive producer.
Executive producer,
awesome.
yes, correct.
Cool. So you do nothing. I'm just kidding.
I sit in my office, wave my wand, and say,
yes.
"What's happening?"
That's you crack the whip and you're like, "What's happening?"
I know.
Is it not happening on time?
I'm the
Yes.
dominatrix in high heels from 6 a.m. till 6 p.m. So.
Okay. I like that. We'll use that as a quote.
There you go.
So, what can we look forward to for season 2 without getting too spoilery? Because I know you can't tell us everything.
I know. Listen, I think our audience, everybody knows where we left off, and so we will discover Vanessa with her daughter, and her daughter is now a vampire, and she's in the clutches of Rebecca's hand, and that's where we start off this year, and it goes absolutely horribly bad. Without going into details, there's a tremendous amount of new characters that are introduced over this season from start to finish, and there's some sad departures of characters as well too. So, spoiler alert. It's important that when the audience is watching in our new society of binging, much like with Netflix, is you want to get into it, you want to get a part of it, and if you have enough twists and changes, both storyline-wise and character-wise, there's a good chance they're going to want to stay to the very end, all 13 episodes, to say, "Holy shit! What was that? And where did we leave it off for the next season?" So yeah, and it's our story. Although it's in the vampire world, it's a journey. It's a journey along with this ragtag group of people that are the last of the human race, and they're searching for answers, both internally as well as searching for answers about what happened and where are they going to go and how are they going to survive.
Are we going to see other vampire factions?
I think you just might. You might just see a whole bunch of new things.
New villains?
Yes, you will absolutely see some new villains, and maybe some new humans as well too.
And then if you want to clarify, the show kind of has a gray area of how the vampires behave versus they're kind of like zombies. If you want to comment on that.
No, not really. Not really. You know what? Neil LaBute and Jonathan Walker, Jackie May, Matt, Jeremy, our guys in the writers' room have helped craft and created this incredible world of vampires and different hierarchy of vampires. And it's just a really cool, interesting world that this hasn't been done before. And as a producer of 80-some features and TV series and miniseries, it's really cool to do something that hasn't been done before. And you have the influence from different shows and books that you read growing up. But again, fresh approach, and just cool characters.
We had one of the other actors say it was kind of like a more organic how they would evolve.
Absolutely, you bet. Much like human nature and humans, we're kind of evolving as people all the time. Some better, some worse.
Now, I know Vanessa would probably be the #1 pick, but if you had to pick one of the characters from the show to join you on the apocalypse, who would you pick?
Well, yeah, absolutely. Vanessa is kick-ass, so I got to say Axel.
Right.
I love that character. When it was written on the page, I looked after all the casting for the show, and one of the very first people I had on my wall to go after was Jonathan Scarf. And Jonathan did 3 or 4 episodes of Hell on Wheels with us, and was just a stellar guy, great guy, who's now, we gave him 2 episodes. He's actually directing now as well too, so now he can add that to his resume. But just Axel is just that kick-ass character that is right or wrong, he's solid in his resolve, and he is a true leader, which really is what Jonathan is. He's when we handed him the mic to become a director, he turned into a different person, something that obviously he always had inside himself, but no, it was.
He changed just like he does on the show.
He does, and he's going to keep changing.
Oh, okay. Now, if he was saying maybe his resolve is so strong that he can overcome the vampireness. Is there we're going to see more people maybe adjusting how the vampire affects them, maybe?
Potentially.
Okay.
Sorry.
Could he be like the awesome sidekick to Vanessa? Because now he's going to be like all strong.
Could be her whipping boy. He could be. You know, it's so delicate. It's just one person out of this group screws up and gives away the season. It's like we want people to come out and watch. Yep. Come and see it. Come on the journey with us for another season.
Why should they tune in for season 2?
Season 2, things ramp up in a pretty badass way. Again, we start where we left off, but it's just a wild ride. It's like a roller coaster. What happens, and another thing is not everybody is who you think they are.
I think that's a plenty. Thank you so much. Looking forward to it.
Appreciate it.